Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you get closest to your breakthrough, the resistance intensifies, the pressure mounts, the challenges multiply. It is not a coincidence. It is not bad luck. It is a sign that you are on the edge of something great, a sign that you are about to step into a victory that has been destined for you, and the enemy knows it. He sees the progress you've made. He sees the strength you've built. He sees the resilience that has grown inside you. And now, in a desperate attempt, he throws everything at you. Doubt, fear, distractions, betrayal. He whispers lies, telling you that you are not enough, that you will fail, that the struggle will never end. But listen closely. The intensity of the battle is proof of the magnitude of your victory. You see, the enemy does not attack what is weak. He attacks what is valuable. He does not resist someone who is stagnant. He fights those who are advancing. He does not try to stop those who have given up. He targets those who are determined to win. So if you find yourself in the middle of a storm, if you feel the weight of opposition pressing on you, do not be discouraged. You are not losing. You are winning. Every great leader, every successful person, every history maker has faced this moment. The moment when they had every reason to quit but chose to keep going. The moment when the pain of perseverance seemed unbearable, yet they pushed through. This is your moment. This is where you rise, where you stand firm, where you declare, I will not give up, because I am too close to my promise to turn back now. The enemy would not fight this hard if he didn't see what was coming for you. He knows you are about to step into the fullness of your purpose. He knows that the doors you have been knocking on are about to swing open. He knows that your faith, your discipline, your relentless pursuit is about to pay off. And that is why he is desperate. But hear this. Desperation is the last act of a defeated opponent. Stand strong. Keep pushing. Keep believing. The very thing trying to stop you is actually confirming that you are about to win. The tables are turning. The season is shifting. The victory is already written. Stay in the fight, because your breakthrough is not coming. It is here. The intensity of your battle is proof of your upcoming victory. Too often, when the weight of life presses against you, when challenges mount one after another, you begin to wonder if you are on the wrong path. You question if the opposition is a sign to turn back, to give up, or to settle. But that is the greatest deception. The very fact that you are facing pressure is the evidence that you are moving in the right direction. The enemy does not waste time attacking what does not threaten him. He does not resist what is stagnant or insignificant. He targets what carries purpose, what has potential, and what is destined for impact. If you are experiencing intense resistance, it is because you are on the verge of something powerful. Look at history. Every great person, every leader who ever made a difference, walked through seasons of struggle before they stepped into their victory. Before greatness is revealed, it is tested. Before success is manifested, it is opposed. The process is never easy, but it is necessary. If you were not a threat, there would be no battle. If your dream did not matter, there would be no reason to try and stop you. The very fact that you are facing storms, setbacks, and challenges is a sign that what is inside you is valuable. You have to understand that opposition is a confirmation of progress. The moment you decide to rise, to change, to elevate your mindset, or to pursue something greater, resistance appears. Have you ever noticed that when you are comfortable, when you're not trying to grow, everything seems calm? But the moment you decide to step up, to do something different, to believe for more, problems start showing up. That is because the enemy does not disturb those who are no longer a threat to his plans. He focuses on those who are moving forward. Your progress is the reason you are facing attacks. The doors you are pushing to open, the success you are working toward, the person you are becoming, it all threatens the forces that want to keep you stuck. So when the struggle intensifies, when the burden feels heavy, do not interpret it as a sign to stop. See it as confirmation that you are breaking through. The pressure is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to prove you. The enemy fights hardest when he knows he is losing. Think about a desperate opponent in a battle. When they realize they are being defeated, they throw everything they have in one final attempt to stop their downfall. They launch attacks that are reckless, aggressive, and full of fear. The same happens in your life. When the enemy sees that you are about to win, he increases his efforts. He sends discouragement, distractions, betrayal, and fear, hoping that you will give in right before your breakthrough. But that is where you must stand firm. Many people quit right at the moment of victory. They endure hardship. They push through pain. But when the pressure reaches its peak, they stop. They do not realize that the final push is always the hardest because it is the one that brings the breakthrough. It is always darkest before the dawn. It is always toughest before the triumph. If you give up now, you will never see what was meant for you. Your resilience is what determines your breakthrough. Look at every great achievement in history. No one who made a lasting impact had an easy journey. They all faced trials that tested their endurance, but the difference between those who succeeded and those who failed was simple: perseverance. Those who refused to give up, even when everything seemed against them, were the ones who broke through. You have that same power inside of you. No matter how tired you feel, no matter how heavy the burden seems, you are built to withstand this. You were created to endure, to rise, and to win. Every time you push past an obstacle, you become stronger. Every time you refuse to give up, you take one step closer to your promise. The struggles are not there to stop you. They are there to prepare you. Victory does not come to those who quit. It comes to those who press on, who keep moving even when the road is difficult. You must remind yourself daily that what is ahead of you is greater than what is behind. The future you are working toward is worth every battle, every challenge, and every sacrifice. The enemy knows it, and that is why he fights so hard. But if you stand firm, if you refuse to back down, he cannot win. The key to success is simple: refuse to quit. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you feel like you are at your breaking point, keep going. You are closer than you think. The enemy would not fight this hard if he did not see what was coming. He knows that the doors you have been knocking on are about to open. He knows that the seeds you have been planting are about to bring a harvest. He knows that your persistence is about to pay off. And that is why he is desperate. Desperation is the final act of a defeated opponent. The resistance you feel is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of impending victory. The storm is temporary, but the success that follows is permanent. Stay in the fight. Keep pushing. Keep believing. You are about to win. When you begin to move forward, to make progress, and to step into the path of your destiny, something strange happens. Opposition arises. It comes in different forms. Unexpected difficulties, sudden betrayals, financial struggles, emotional battles, and even self-doubt. These things do not just happen by accident. They are strategically placed in your path to discourage you, to shake your confidence, and to convince you that maybe you should stop trying. But do not be fooled. The very presence of these obstacles is proof that you are advancing. Have you ever noticed that when you are not striving for anything greater, life seems to be relatively peaceful? You move through your days with little resistance because you are not challenging the status quo. But the moment you decide to break out of mediocrity, to chase after a dream, to grow beyond where you have been, suddenly everything begins to push back against you. That is not coincidence, it is confirmation. The enemy does not attack those who are content with staying the same. He does not waste time on those who are not a threat to his plans. If you are facing resistance, it is because you are shaking something in the spiritual realm. You are disturbing the forces that want to keep you locked in cycles of failure, fear, and limitation. When you try to rise, there will always be something trying to pull you back down. That is why so many people quit when they start facing difficulty. They mistake resistance for a sign that they should stop, when in reality, it is the greatest sign that they should keep going. Imagine a door that has been shut for years. The moment you start pushing against it, it does not swing open easily. It resists. It creaks. It may even seem impossible to open. But if you keep pushing, eventually the lock will break and the door will open. The same applies to your journey. The resistance you feel is not a sign that the door is locked forever. It is proof that you are in the right place, pushing on the right thing. Many people give up too soon because they assume progress should be easy. They believe that if they are on the right path, everything should flow without difficulty. But that is not how breakthroughs work. Progress always comes with pressure. Growth always comes with struggle. Diamonds are formed under extreme pressure. Gold is refined in intense fire. Strength is built through resistance. The more pressure you face, the closer you are to transformation. Think about it. If success were easy, everyone would have it. If achieving your dreams required no effort, everyone would live in their purpose. But the truth is, the road to greatness is not easy. It is filled with tests, trials, and moments that make you question everything. Those who endure, those who refuse to quit, are the ones who reach the finish line. The enemy wants you to believe that opposition is a sign of failure. He wants you to think that because things are getting harder, it means you are on the wrong path. But the opposite is true. The moment you start moving in the right direction, the enemy panics. He knows that if you keep going, if you keep believing, if you keep pushing, you will break through. And that is what he fears the most. That is why when you are closest to victory, the pressure intensifies. The challenges multiply. The setbacks seem overwhelming. But this is not the time to slow down. This is the time to press forward with everything you have. Because the fact that the pressure is increasing means that you are on the verge of something great. You must develop the mindset of a warrior. A warrior does not turn back at the sight of opposition. A warrior does not quit when the battle gets tough. A warrior understands that the fight is proof of something worth winning. You cannot allow temporary setbacks to make you abandon a permanent victory. When you find yourself facing unexpected difficulties, remind yourself, this is proof that I am progressing. When people turn against you, remember, this is a sign that I am stepping into something greater. When fear tries to creep in, declare, I will not stop now, because the very presence of resistance means I am on the right track. Do not give in to discouragement. Do not let temporary struggles make you walk away from what is meant for you. The opposition is not there to stop you, it is there to prepare you. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of difficulty is strengthening you for the next level. Greatness does not come without a fight. Success does not come without sacrifice. Victory does not come without persistence. The struggles you face today are the evidence that you are breaking through barriers that have held others back. The resistance you feel is proof that you are closer than ever to what you have been working for. So stand firm. Keep pushing. Keep believing, because the very fact that you are facing this level of opposition means you are making undeniable progress. And that progress cannot be stopped if you refuse to give up. The enemy fights hardest when he knows he is losing. When you're about to step into a major breakthrough, the attacks become more aggressive. The obstacles become relentless. The distractions seem endless. This is not a coincidence. It is a last-ditch effort to make you surrender before you reach what is meant for you. You must recognize this for what it is: a desperate attempt to stop you because your victory is near. The closer you get to success, the more intense the battle becomes. The enemy does not want you to see how close you really are. He wants you to feel overwhelmed, exhausted, and discouraged so that you walk away when you are only steps away from breakthrough. Many people give up right at the edge of their victory because they misinterpret the battle. They assume that difficulty means failure, when in reality it means that success is just on the other side. Every great achievement is preceded by a great struggle. Before a tree breaks through the soil and reaches for the sky, it must first push through the dirt, through layers of resistance. Before a baby is born, the pain of labor reaches its peak. Before the sun rises, the night is darkest. This is how life works. The greatest pressure comes before the greatest breakthrough. The enemy is not fighting you because of where you are now. He is fighting you because of where you are going. He sees what you're about to step into. He sees the doors that are about to open. He sees the opportunities that are about to be released. And his goal is to stop you before you get there. He knows that if you keep going, if you keep believing, if you keep pushing, there will be nothing he can do to stop what is coming. You must be aware of his tactics. He will use fear to make you second guess yourself. He will use discouragement to make you think it is not worth the fight. He will use distractions to shift your focus away from your purpose. He will even use people, sometimes the ones closest to you, to speak words of doubt into your mind. But you must stand firm. You must recognize that these are all signs that you are dangerously close to breaking through. This is not the time to slow down. This is not the time to hesitate. This is the time to press forward with more determination than ever before. If the enemy is attacking you with everything he has, it is because he is running out of options. He sees that his grip on your life, on your future, on your destiny is slipping. He sees that you are breaking free from the limitations that once held you back, and his only hope is to convince you to give up before you step into your moment. Do not fall for the lie that things are too hard. Do not believe the illusion that the struggle is too great. You were built to endure. You were created to overcome. Everything you need to win this battle is already inside of you. The strength, the resilience, the faith, it is all there. You just have to keep going. Think about the people who inspire you, the ones who have achieved greatness, who have impacted lives, who have left a mark on history. Do you think they had an easy journey? No. Every single one of them faced challenges that made them want to quit. They experienced moments where the pressure was unbearable, but they refused to give up. They refused to let the enemy win. And because they endured, they saw the fulfillment of their purpose. You are no different. The same perseverance that carried them through their storms is inside of you. The same power that helped them overcome every obstacle is in you right now. The enemy would not be fighting this hard if he did not see that power within you. He knows that if you discover who you really are, if you realize the strength that is already inside of you, nothing will be able to stop you. That is why he is desperate. That is why the attacks have increased. That is why everything seems harder right now. Because you are on the verge of something great. This battle is not about where you have been. It is about where you are going. Your future is too important to surrender now. Your purpose is too valuable to walk away. You must decide that no matter what comes against you, no matter how difficult the road gets, you will not stop. You will not give in to fear. You will not let discouragement win. You will keep moving forward because your victory is already written. The enemy does not get to decide your destiny. He does not have the final say over your life. The only way he can win is if you let him. The only way he can stop you is if you stop yourself. But if you refuse to quit, if you refuse to give up, there is nothing he can do to hold you back. So stand firm. Keep pushing. Keep believing. No matter what it looks like, no matter how hard it gets, know this: the battle is almost over, and your victory is already secured. The enemy knows he is losing. That is why he is fighting so hard. But he cannot stop what has already been set in motion. Your breakthrough is coming. Do not stop now. Your resilience determines your breakthrough. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not talent, luck, or even intelligence. It is persistence. It is the ability to stand firm when everything seems to be falling apart. It is the refusal to quit when the pressure intensifies. It is the decision to keep moving forward when every emotion inside you says to give up. Life is not fair, and the journey to success is not easy. You will face moments that test everything inside you. There will be seasons when you feel like nothing is working, when you wonder if all your effort is in vain. These moments are where most people give up. They allow frustration, disappointment, and fatigue to convince them that the fight is not worth it. But the truth is, these moments are the most important part of your journey. They are the moments that separate those who achieve greatness from those who settle for mediocrity. Resilience is the ability to keep going, not because it is easy, but because you refuse to let circumstances dictate your future. It is the mindset that says, I will not quit, no matter what. Every great leader, every successful person, every world changer has had to develop this mindset. They faced challenges that could have destroyed them, but they made a decision. They would not stop until they reached what was meant for them. Think about a seed planted in the ground. It starts in darkness, buried under soil with no visible sign of growth. But beneath the surface, something powerful is happening. The seed is breaking apart, pushing roots deep into the ground, preparing for the moment it will rise. If the seed gave up before breaking through the soil, it would never grow into what it was meant to be. The same applies to you. Right now, you may feel buried under pressure, under trials, under circumstances that seem overwhelming. But what you do in this season determines whether you will rise or remain stuck. Most people want success without struggle. They want the reward without the work. But nothing valuable comes without a fight. Diamonds are formed under extreme pressure. Gold is refined in intense fire. Strength is built through resistance. If you want to break through to your next level, you must be willing to endure the process. You must decide that no matter how hard it gets, you will not give up. Resilience is not just about enduring hardship. It is about learning and growing through it. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to develop the strength you need for the future. When you push through adversity, you are not just surviving, you are evolving. You are becoming stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the opportunities ahead. Many people want the blessing, but they do not want the process that prepares them for it. They want the victory, but they do not want to fight the battle. But you cannot have one without the other. Your struggles are not there to destroy you. They are there to refine you. Every setback, every disappointment, every difficulty is shaping you into the person you need to be to handle what is coming. The reason some people fail when they reach success is because they did not develop the character and strength to sustain it. They took shortcuts, avoided challenges, and gave up too soon. But those who endure, those who push through, those who refuse to quit, they are the ones who stand the test of time. It is easy to be excited about your dreams when everything is going well. It is easy to be motivated when doors are opening, when support is pouring in, when results are visible. But what happens when nothing seems to be working? What happens when the doors stay closed, when the journey feels slow, when discouragement creeps in? This is where resilience is tested. This is where you must dig deep and remind yourself why you started. If you stop now, you will never know how close you were to your breakthrough. So many people walk away from their dreams just before they reach their moment. They let temporary pain rob them of a permanent reward. But the people who change the world, the people who leave a legacy, are the ones who keep going even when it feels impossible. They are the ones who push past their breaking point and discover a strength they never knew they had. Your resilience is the key to your breakthrough. You do not have to be the most talented. You do not have to have the most resources. But if you refuse to quit, you will succeed. The enemy wants to wear you down. He wants to break your spirit, to convince you that it is not worth it. But the fact that he is fighting you so hard is proof that you are closer than you think. If you were not a threat, he would not bother trying to stop you. This is not the time to retreat. This is not the time to doubt yourself. This is the time to stand firm and declare, I will not be shaken. I will not give up. I will keep moving forward until I see the breakthrough I have been working for. Everything you have been through has prepared you for this moment. Every hardship, every challenge, every obstacle has been training you for what is ahead. You have already overcome things that once seemed impossible. You have already survived what was meant to destroy you. And because of that, you are stronger than you think. So do not give up now. Do not let frustration stop you. Do not let setbacks define you. You have come too far to turn back. Keep pressing, keep believing, keep fighting. Because your breakthrough is not just coming, it is already happening. You just have to refuse to quit before you see it. Every great victory is preceded by an intense battle. The moment you decide to rise, to step into your calling, to walk into the destiny prepared for you, resistance increases. It is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is confirmation that you are on the right one. The enemy does not fight those who are not a threat. He does not attack those who are standing still. He only targets those who are advancing, those who are stepping into their purpose, those who are on the verge of breakthrough. This is why the battle intensifies when you're about to win. The pressure increases, the attacks multiply, and everything seems to be pushing against you. This is not a sign to retreat. It is a signal to push harder. The enemy is trying to convince you that it is too difficult, that you are too tired, that maybe this is not meant for you. But these are lies meant to make you walk away from what is already yours. Too many people surrender too soon. They stop when the opposition gets heavy. They retreat when the storm rages. They give up when they feel exhausted. But what they fail to realize is that the resistance they are facing is a sign that they are inches away from breakthrough. The darkest hour comes just before dawn. The fiercest battle happens right before victory. The moment when you feel like you cannot go on any longer is usually the moment when everything is about to shift in your favor. The enemy knows you are about to step into something great. That is why he is throwing everything at you. He is using discouragement, distractions, fear, and even people to try to shake you. But you must stand firm. You must refuse to back down. You must remember that the opposition is proof of your progress. If you were not a threat, he would not be fighting you this hard. If you were not close to something great, he would not be trying to stop you. This is where many people fail. They assume that struggle means they are not meant to succeed. They believe that because things are getting harder, it must be a sign to quit. But that is the exact opposite of the truth. The very presence of difficulty is proof that you are making progress. The enemy does not waste time on people who are not moving forward. He fights those who are stepping into new territory. Think about a runner who is approaching the finish line. At the beginning of the race, their energy is high. Their steps feel light. But as they get closer to the end, exhaustion kicks in. Their muscles ache. Their breathing gets heavier. Their mind tells them to slow down. But the finish line is right in front of them. If they give in to the pain, they will miss the victory that was already within their grasp. The same applies to you. Right now, you may feel weary. You may feel like giving up. You may be wondering if it is worth it. But you must remind yourself that you have come too far to turn back now. Every challenge you have faced has prepared you for this moment. Every battle you have fought has strengthened you for what is ahead. The pain you have endured has given you the endurance to keep going. Your breakthrough is already set in motion. The doors you have been praying for are already opening. The opportunities you have been waiting for are already aligning. But you must hold on. You must not quit when you are this close. The enemy wants you to believe that it will never happen. He wants you to think that the obstacles are too big. But you must silence those lies with the truth. You are closer than you have ever been. Every great achievement requires perseverance. The people who succeed are not the ones who had the easiest path. They are the ones who refused to give up. They are the ones who kept moving forward, even when everything told them to stop. They are the ones who pushed through the pain, through the exhaustion, through the doubt, and reached what was meant for them. If you could see how close you are, you would not hesitate. If you could see how everything is aligning in your favor, you would not even think about quitting. But this is where faith comes in. You must believe even when you do not see it. You must trust the process even when it feels slow. You must keep going even when you feel like stopping. The enemy does not get to determine your destiny. He does not have the power to stop what has been set in motion. The only way he wins is if you quit. The only way he succeeds is if you surrender. But if you refuse to back down, if you refuse to give up, there is nothing he can do to stop what is coming. You must decide today that you will not be moved by opposition. You will not be shaken by difficulties. You will not let temporary struggles make you walk away from a permanent victory. The pressure you feel is not there to break you. It is there to prepare you. It is making you stronger. It is making you wiser. It is positioning you for what is ahead. You have survived too much to stop now. You have overcome too many obstacles to let this one defeat you. This is your time. This is your moment. The enemy knows it, and that is why he is fighting you so hard. But he cannot stop what is already in motion. Your only job is to keep going, keep pushing, keep believing. Because your victory is already yours. You just have to refuse to quit before you see it. You have come too far to turn back now. Every battle, every challenge, every moment of struggle has been shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you for what is ahead. The pressure you feel is not a sign to quit. It is a sign that your breakthrough is near. The enemy is only fighting this hard because he knows he is losing. He sees what is coming for you. He sees the doors about to open, the opportunities about to be released, the victory that is already yours. His only hope is to make you stop before you step into it. But you are not someone who quits. You are not someone who backs down. You are built for this. You are equipped for this. The strength inside of you is greater than anything that comes against you. You have survived too much, fought too hard, and endured too long to walk away now. This is the moment to stand firm, to push through, to keep moving forward no matter what. Do not let fear stop you. Do not let doubt silence you. Do not let temporary pain rob you of a permanent victory. The struggle is proof that you are close. The resistance is confirmation that you are winning. And if you refuse to quit, if you refuse to give in, there is nothing the enemy can do to stop you. Your victory is already written. Your breakthrough is already set in motion. The only thing left to do is keep going. Keep believing. Keep fighting. Because the enemy knows you're about to win. Now it is time for you to know it too.